Howdy detailers, welcome back. I'm Tash and this is Waxed.io CRM for auto detailers and car washes. Okay, here we're looking at the real meat and potatoes. So we've added our Jon Snow as our customer, and then it asks us to add a vehicle, which we've done, BMW 5 Series black in color. And immediately after we added that, it's taken us to this little page here where it says his name up here, Jon Snow, and the vehicle details. All right, and we can see Jon Snow. Jon Snow rules is the registration, remember? The model, BMW 5 Series Black. No records, new customer. All right, let's see what happens now. Okay, so it's loaded it up for us. All right, we just have to click Add New if you're ready to go, or Cancel. Add New. Let's do it. What's going to happen? Okay, so immediately what's happening is it's actually populated quite a bit of info here. So it's drawn in a reference image for us of what this vehicle should look like. Jon Snow's vehicle should look like this. So it's easy for your staff to identify the vehicle instead of having to read, oh, here's the registration here. Just a quick picture and there it goes. Okay, so it's populated. The stuff says total 0 stage pre-wash. We haven't started with it yet. What do we need to do next? We need to add a service. Okay, so I'm going to select the service. Here's those services we added earlier. Hey, look at them. All right, I'm going to say he wants a wash and dry. Unit price 180. You know what, John? He's got a bit of money. I'm just showing you how this works. So let's say you want to either increase or reduce this. All right, I'm going to say I'm going to charge him 200 Rand instead of 180. All right, so let's put that in the 200 Rand. Okay. So let's have a quick look here. So this means that John does not have the customer app installed. You don't have to worry about that too much. You can tell him if he wants to. He can go right ahead. At the bottom here, we have the customer's name, the customer vehicle registration, the make, the model, and the color. And then it says no records, new customer. It says who dis? Okay, so basically what this does is if John's been here a couple of times, it looks at the services that he's used and it shows you his most favorite one. And you can then, when the next time he comes in, you can pull up his vehicle quickly before he even pulls into your wash bay. And you can say, hey, John, would you like your usual of wash and dry? I see you've had that the last couple of times. It'll tell you his favorite service here. All right, so that's what that is. Let's have a look here at QC check. All right, so QC check is when you change your stage every time he goes through the stage. The wash, now he's washing and drying. Okay, now we're doing add-ons. Now it's complete. All right, cool. Then we can say QC check before you complete, and then do your QC check. Engine bay checked, front grille bumpers and mirrors checked, polish and wax checked, roll, rims, tires, yep, seats, yep, walked around, yep. Is there a water bottle you added in? Yep. The windows are streak free. Yes. Okay, we can save that. And then we can look at the time. So it tells you the time it came in. You can also set the time that it goes out here. Okay, let's look at weather. So the weather is basically for anyone who wants to offer rain insurance. Rain insurance is a customer, generally a loyalty customer would get free rain insurance, where if it rains within 24 hours of them washing their vehicle, they get to come back and get a free wash and dry or a free wash and go, whatever you offer. That's up to you. And this is the way you track that in the area. You can see what are the chances of that person actually hitting rain. And in my area currently, it is quite high. So when they come back the next day, I can say, okay, yeah, you know what? I guarantee, I can say without a certainty of a doubt that this person did experience rain, and it's not just trying to pull a fast one on us. So let's just do the job. And it does work. What you have to do is tell customers they get free wash and dry on rain insurance if they utilize their loyalty cards. Okay, and under payment, so we can just have a look at the breakdown here. The surcharge, there shouldn't be a surcharge, but there is. That's under your business settings, okay, remember. And then, you can have your cash change. So he EFT'd or did they give you a cash amount? You can put all that information here. It automatically just captures that. Feedback. So you've closed the job off and John has now gone back and had a look at it and given you feedback. You can have a look at the feedback is given for this job here as well as previous jobs. All right, so you can get a feel for the customer. Under job history, we can have a look at his previous jobs. At the moment, he's only got one, this one here. But if you want to go have a deeper, in-depth look, you can have a look here. Let's have a look at this more. Let's just go back to the details page. So under this more here, we have a few things going on. The first one is PDF invoice. So I want to generate him a PDF invoice and I want to email it to him. So it basically drops all your details in here. What I want to do is first, I want to go and just sort out our logo real quick. Okay, we need to add our logo because we should have done that in the first video, but I'm generally not a good thinker. Let's put that in there, all right? And save that. Oh, physical address. What's it saying? Required field. And whatever, just put that in there. Go back to our job cards. Have a look at Jon Snow here. All right, PDF invoice. Okay, here's our logo. All right, that logo we just added there. Yeah, so then you can have a look at this invoice. It's going to send them in PDF, and you can say PDF email, and you can email it to him and whoever else you want. At the moment, we're not going to, because I don't think john@snow.com exists, and if it does, I wouldn't want him to be on the hook for 200 Rand, about $10. So let's just go back. Or you could print this as well, RTF, there's a few options. Okay, so that's invoice. Let's look at stamp card. This is quite cool. Okay, so remember we said loyalty customers have digital stamp cards and they can opt whether they want to use it. If they do want to use it, they need to download the Waxed app, where you get to basically communicate with them directly, and they get a nice little portal where they can have a look at their services and all the rest of it. But you basically assign stamps to them. So here's the digital loyalty card. They have 10 little ghosts floating around here, and let's say I do one service is a stamp. I'm going to click add stamp here, and now there's a stamp there, and it's added to Jon Snow's profile. All right, I'm going to cancel. I don't want to add any more, so I'm going to cancel and exit. If you want to, you can have a look at the stamp card again. You can see there's only one. When it's full, when there's 10, you'll be able to redeem it. Okay, at the moment it'll say not enough. At the bottom here, it says stamp count 1, lifetime 1. So total cards 1, total cards redeemed 0, and then the job ID that it's attaching to this stamp. All right. Let's just have a look at this drop down. So new quote. You can do a new quote for Jon Snow here. Just going to. My PC is just hanging a little bit. Not too sure why. Okay, let's just go back to Jon Snow's job and new quote. Okay, so opens us up to the quote section where it's pre-populated the customer name and his vehicle. So I'm going to click new. And I want to add, now you want to try and get to send as many quotes as possible, because then you get to follow up on those quotes instead of it being hearsay and no one knows about it. Your supervisors get to send out the quotes after they've chatted to John and say, you know what, John, this car could really benefit from a valet. I'm going to send you a quote. And you can follow up on that quote. And 9 times out of 10, that customer's going to say, oh, let's just do it. So this is a way you upsell. So I've selected the valet. Again, you can choose whatever. And now it says 970, because remember that's that $20, a 20 Rand surcharge. Okay, we can remove that 20 Rand, make it 0. It's all up to you. Okay, so I'm going to save this and PDF export it, and I can email it directly to John again. All right, so now he gets it. Say, hey John, remember you said we should follow up with you the valet. I really believe that you could benefit from it. Okay, let's just go back here. We'll go back to job cards. And let's look at customer profile. So if I click customer profile, it's just going to open up John's profile. Remember, there was a couple of tabs we had no info in. So we had vehicles. Now we can see John has a vehicle. All right. And jobs is also empty. We can see John has a job here as well, which we can edit. And we can also add a new one. We can go right from here. Quotes, we actually also added John a quote. So here we go. That's it. App login is still not going to be much. Loyalty card, remember we added him a stamp. Here's his loyalty card. It's got 1 stamp on it. All right, we can't add or do anything here because you can only do that from the job, where it will assign a job number to this so that everything is tracked and people can't just randomly assign stamps for nothing. You get to see. All right, and then job feedback. Well, John hasn't left any job feedback yet, so there we go. All right, and let's go back to job cards. And the last thing we want to look at was the vehicle profile, if I'm not mistaken. Vehicle profile. All right, it just shows us the vehicle, and where you can do some changes, whatever the case is. It shows you a bigger photo of it up there. All right, let's just go back. And that's job cards for you.